Ted Williams, born Theodore Samuel Williams on August 30, 1918, in San Diego, California, was the son of Sam Williams, a traveling musician, and Mae Venzer, a devoted mother of Mexican descent. Williams' early years were shaped by a combination of hardship and opportunity, growing up in a tough neighborhood but surrounded by the cultural influence of his Mexican heritage. His interest in baseball began in his youth, and it didn't take long for his exceptional natural talent to be noticed. Williams attended Hoover High School in San Diego, where he was a standout athlete. Although he was known for excelling in multiple sports, it was baseball that captivated him. His hitting ability was apparent from the very beginning, and as a high school senior, he earned a reputation as one of the top young hitters in the country. In 1936, after a brief stint in semi-pro baseball, Williams was discovered by a scout for the San Diego Padres, a minor league affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. Recognizing his prodigious talent, the Padres offered Williams a spot on their team, and by 1937, Williams was playing professional baseball in the Pacific Coast League, one step away from the big leagues. Major league debut and early career 1939 to 1941. Williams' debut in Major League Baseball came on April 20, 1939, with the Boston Red Sox. At just 20 years old, he immediately made an impact with his incredible batting prowess. Though he started with some inconsistency, by the end of his rookie season, Williams had earned a reputation as one of the most promising young hitters in the league. His .327 batting average, combined with 11 home runs and 45 RBIs, showcased his talent and potential. The early years of Williams' career were spent with the Red Sox, where he quickly became the focal point of the offense. By 1941, he had fully established himself as a premier hitter, earning his first All-Star selection and finishing the season with a .406 batting average, making him the last player in baseball history to hit .400 in a season. Williams' remarkable ability to hit for average, combined with his power, set him apart from the rest of his contemporaries. That season, he led the league in runs, walks, and on-base percentage, and despite a late-season push by Joe DiMaggio, Williams won the American League MVP award in 1941. The war years and military service 1942 to 1945. Just as Williams' career seemed poised to reach new heights, the United States was thrust into World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. Williams was drafted into the U.S. Navy in 1942, at the height of his career, and he spent the next few years serving his country. He spent time as a naval aviator during the war, and his military service would take him away from the game at the peak of his career. During his time in the military, Williams missed 3 full seasons of baseball, 1943 to 1945, a period that many consider as lost potential in his career. However, his time in service didn't hinder his legacy. Williams would return to the Red Sox after the war, still with plenty of baseball left in him. Career peak and achievements 1946 to 1960. Upon returning to Major League Baseball in 1946, Williams wasted no time reclaiming his status as one of the top hitters in the game. He earned a second MVP award in 1946, finishing the season with a .342 batting average, 38 home runs, and 123 RBIs, leading the Red Sox to the American League pennant. Williams would go on to have several more seasons of dominance in the post-war era, including his first Triple Crown season in 1947, when he led the American League in batting average, home runs, and RBIs. One of the hallmarks of Williams' career was his remarkable consistency at the plate. He finished his career with a .344 batting average, 521 home runs, and 1,839 RBI statistics that place him among the all-time greats. His eye for the strike zone was unmatched, as he frequently led the league in walks and on-base percentage. Williams also excelled in batting in pressure situations, known for his ability to hit in clutch moments. His career on-base percentage of .482 remains one of the highest in MLB history. Although Williams' career was filled with individual accomplishments, one of the most memorable moments of his career came on September 28, 1960, in his final at-bat. In a gesture that encapsulated his incredible skill and love of the game, Williams hit a home run in his final appearance at Fenway Park, capping off an unforgettable career. His home run, which sailed deep into the left field stands, was a fitting farewell to one of the greatest hitters of all time. Main achievements and records. Ted Williams' career is filled with staggering accomplishments, which include 344 career batting average, the highest in Red Sox history and one of the best in MLB history. 521 home runs, ranking him among the all-time leaders. 1,839 RBIs, cementing his place as one of baseball's best run producers. 2,021 career walks, the second most in Major League Baseball history. 6 batting titles, which made him one of the top hitters of his era. 2 American League MVP awards 1946, 1949. Triple Crown in 1947, becoming the first player in 12 years to win the league's most prestigious individual achievement. Williams' career on-base percentage of .482 is the highest in baseball history and is a testament to his exceptional eye at the plate. His achievements were recognized by his induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1966, cementing his legacy as one of the all-time greats. Williams' impact on the game was so significant that he remains a beloved figure in baseball history, final years, and legacy. After retiring in 1960, Williams remained involved with baseball as manager, broadcaster, and ambassador for the sport. He spent some time managing the Washington Senators in 1969-1971, but it was his later years an ambassador for the game that cemented his lasting influence. Williams' love for the sport and his passion for sharing his knowledge with future generations was evident in his work with young players and the sport's development. In his personal life, Williams was known for his somewhat solitary nature and his devotion to the game. While his interactions with the media were often limited, his standing as an iconic figure in baseball never wavered. As he grew older, Williams continued to remain active in the baseball community, and he often attended events, including his induction into the Hall of Fame. Ted Williams passed away on July 5, 2002, at the age of 83. His death marked the end of an era for baseball, but his legacy lives on. Not only was he a celebrated figure for his unparalleled talent and achievements on the field, but he is also remembered for his character, commitment to his craft, and respect for the game. The splendid Splinter's enduring legacy. Ted Williams' place in baseball history is secure. He remains a symbol of excellence in hitting and a model of what it means to be a true baseball legend. From his years as a young prodigy in San Diego to his dominance in the big leagues, his military service during World War II, and his dedication to his craft throughout his career, Williams' impact on the game of baseball cannot be overstated. While his name is forever linked with other great hitters like Babe Ruth and Willie Mays, Williams is regarded by many as the greatest pure hitter the game has ever seen. His legacy endures through his career achievements, his legendary batting eye, and his enduring influence on the game of baseball, making him a true icon in American sports history. George Herman Babe Ruth Jr. was born on February 6, 1895, in Baltimore, Maryland, to George Sr. and Kate Ruth. Raised in a working-class family, Ruth's early life was marked by hardship. His father was a saloon keeper, and Ruth's mother was often absent due to illness, leaving Ruth to fend for himself. As a result, at the age of 7, Babe was sent to the St. Mary's Industrial School for Boys, an orphanage and reform school. It was at St. Mary's where Ruth's future in baseball began to take shape. At St. Mary's, Babe Ruth was introduced to baseball, and it became his passion. Under the tutelage of Brother Matthias, a Christian brother who was also a coach, Ruth honed his skills. He became a standout pitcher, showcasing both his athleticism and natural talent. His time at St. Mary's was not only formative in terms of his baseball career, but also shaped his tough, no-nonsense attitude toward life. As a teenager, Ruth's baseball potential was recognized, and at the age of 19, he was signed by the Baltimore Orioles, a minor league team in the International League. In 1914, rise to prominence, the early years in Boston. Ruth's career truly began when he was sold to the Boston Red Sox in 1914. His initial years with the Red Sox were spent primarily as a pitcher. Ruth's pitching prowess became evident during his first season, where he quickly earned a reputation for his dominant left-handed pitching and powerful arm. He won 22 games in his first full season in 1916, and in 1918, he led the Red Sox to the World Series title, thanks to his stellar pitching and ability to hit home runs as a batter. Despite his success as a pitcher, Ruth's offensive potential was beginning to emerge, and it was becoming apparent that his true talent lay in his batting. In 1919, the Red Sox, perhaps in a moment of short-sightedness, decided to sell Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees, a decision that would change the course of baseball history. This trade, often referred to as the curse of the Bambino, is seen by many as the turning point for both the Red Sox and Ruth's career. The Yankees were ready to exploit Ruth's potential as a power hitter, and the rest, as they say, is history. Career peak, dominating the game. The 1920s marked the golden era of Babe Ruth's career, as he transformed the game of baseball with his larger-than-life presence and unparalleled abilities at the plate. Ruth's peak years with the New York Yankees are nothing short of legendary. He became the face of the franchise, leading them to multiple championships and fundamentally changing the nature of the sport. 1920 to 1930 was a period where Ruth redefined the concept of power hitting in baseball. In 1920, Ruth set a new single-season record by hitting 54 home runs, a feat that shocked the baseball world. This record was significant because it demonstrated a shift away from the small ball mentality that dominated baseball at the time, where the emphasis was on base running and contact hitting. Ruth's home run hitting power became his trademark, and he quickly became the most famous player in the league. In 1921, Ruth's production continued to soar as he hit 59 home runs, which was another single-season record at the time. His ability to hit towering home runs, along with his overall batting skills, made him the most feared hitter in the league. That same year, he won his first American League Most Valuable Player MVP award, cementing his place as one of baseball's greats. But it wasn't just Ruth's hitting that made him a superstar. His larger-than-life personality, colorful lifestyle, and charisma both on and off the field made him a beloved figure. Ruth was a national sensation who transcended sports. He was a hero to the working-class fans and had a massive following. He became synonymous with baseball itself and was considered by many to be the greatest athlete of his time. In the 1920s, Ruth and the Yankees began their domination of the American League. In 1923, Ruth helped lead the Yankees to their first World Series title, and he followed this up with several more championships. Ruth's performance in the 1927 World Series, where he hit 3 home runs in a single game, is considered one of the most iconic moments in postseason history. The Yankees were led by Ruth's offensive firepower, and the team's success became closely tied to his individual achievements. Main achievements: Babe Ruth's career is filled with incredible milestones, awards, and accolades. His sheer dominance over the sport of baseball throughout the 1920s and beyond earned him a place in the Hall of Fame and solidified his legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of the game. Some of his most significant achievements include 714 career home runs, a record that stood for decades until Hank Aaron surpassed it in 1974. 7 World Series titles, winning championships with the Yankees in 1923, 1927, 1928, 1932, 1936, 1937, and 1938. 2,873 hits, accumulating more than 2,800 hits over his illustrious career. Two-time American League MVP 1923, 1927, a testament to his dominance during the peak of his career. Career batting average of .3 for 2, reflecting his ability to not only hit for power, but also average. 1927 season, where Ruth hit 60 home runs, a single-season record that would stand until 1961. First player in MLB history to hit 500 career home runs, a milestone that further solidified his legacy as a power hitter. Ruth's on-field achievements were complemented by his status as a national celebrity. He was as much a part of American culture as the game of baseball itself, with his fame extending beyond the baseball diamond. Final years and retirement. By the early 1930s, Babe Ruth's career was entering its twilight. While he had already cemented his legacy as one of the greatest players in history, the effects of aging and health began to take their toll. In 1935, Ruth's time with the Yankees came to an end, and he was signed by the Boston Braves for the final year of his playing career. Ruth's performance with the Braves in 1935 was far from the dominance of his prime years, but his legend had already been secured. After retiring from baseball in 1935, Ruth remained active in the sport as a coach and ambassador for the game. His post-retirement years were filled with public appearances and charity work, as well as efforts to promote the game of baseball. Despite his declining health, Ruth remained a beloved figure in American sports. Ruth's health began to seriously decline in the 1940s, with reports of his worsening condition. In 1948, he was diagnosed with throat cancer, and his health deteriorated rapidly. On August 16, 1948, Babe Ruth passed away at the age of 53, leaving behind a legacy that has endured for generations. His funeral, held at St. Patrick's Cathedral in New York City, was attended by thousands of mourners, underscoring his status as a national hero. Legacy. Babe Ruth's influence on the game of baseball cannot be overstated. He revolutionized the way the game was played and made baseball the national pastime of America. He is remembered not only for his on-field achievements, but also for his larger-than-life personality, which made him an enduring figure in American culture. His iconic status in baseball and his legendary feats ensured that his place in sports history would never be forgotten. Ruth is celebrated not only as a baseball player, but as a symbol of excellence, power, and American heroism. Today, Babe Ruth's name is synonymous with baseball greatness, and his legacy continues to inspire generations of athletes and fans around the world. His number 3, was retired by the New York Yankees, and the Babe Ruth Award is still given annually to the best player in the World Series. The Sultan of Swat remains an immortal figure in the world of sports, and his name is forever etched in the annals of baseball history. Barry Lamar Bonds was born on July 24, 1964, in Riverside, California, to Bobby Bonds, a former Major League Baseball (MLB) outfielder, and Patrice Bonds. Growing up in a baseball family, Bonds was immersed in the sport from a young age. His father, Bobby Bonds, was an accomplished player known for his power and speed, and his godfather was none other than Willie Mays, one of the greatest players in baseball history. These influential figures sparked Barry's early passion for the game. Bonds attended Junipero Serra High School in San Mateo, California, where he was an outstanding athlete in multiple sports, including basketball and football. However, it was baseball where he truly shone. As a talented outfielder and hitter, he garnered attention from college scouts across the nation. Bonds ultimately chose to attend Arizona State University, where he played baseball for the Arizona State Sun Devils. It was here that his skills began to flourish, and he quickly became one of the top prospects in college baseball. After an exceptional collegiate career, which saw Bonds hit over .300 with significant power, He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in the first round of the 1985 MLB draft. Bonds' path to Major League Baseball was set, and his debut in the big leagues would soon follow. The Pittsburgh Pirates years 1986 to 1992. Bonds made his MLB debut on May 30, 1986, at the age of 21, with the Pittsburgh Pirates. His introduction to the major leagues was promising, as he quickly demonstrated his impressive combination of power, speed, and defensive ability. In his rookie season, Bonds hit .223, with 16 home runs and 48 RBIs, but his potential was undeniable. Despite playing for a Pirates team that was far from a championship contender, Bonds' talent stood out, and he began to garner the attention of baseball fans and critics alike. During his early years in Pittsburgh, Bonds steadily improved, and by 1990, he had developed into one of the best players in the National League. That season, he won his first Gold Glove award for his defense in the outfield and also earned his first Silver Slugger award for his offensive performance. Bonds was a key player for the Pirates as they contended for the National League pennant in the early 1990s. However, it was in 1992, after leading the Pirates to a division title, that Bonds would depart Pittsburgh for a new chapter in his career. Career peak with the San Francisco Giants 1993 to 2007. In 1993, Bonds signed a $43.75 million contract with the San Francisco Giants, marking the beginning of one of the most productive and controversial careers in baseball history. His move to the Giants and his arrival in the Bay Area signified the start of an era in which Bonds would reach the peak of his career, rewriting the record books. In his first season with the Giants, Bonds immediately made an impact, finishing the year with a career-high 46 home runs, 123 RBIs, and a .336 batting average. He earned his first National League Most Valuable Player MVP award that season, but it was just the beginning of a dominating stretch that would solidify him as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. Throughout the mid to late 1990s, Bonds continued to establish himself as one of baseball's most feared hitters. His combination of power, plate discipline, and ability to get on base set him apart from his peers. Bonds' home run totals began to climb, and he set the stage for his eventual pursuit of baseball's most revered record, the career home run record, the record-breaking years 2001 to 2007. Bonds' career reached its peak in the early 2000s, when he began his pursuit of Hank Aaron's long-standing record of 755 career home runs. In 2001, Bonds made baseball history by hitting a staggering 73 home runs, breaking the single-season home run record previously held by Mark McGwire. His remarkable 2001 season, which also saw him drive in 137 RBIs and post a .328 batting average, left fans and analysts in awe of his unprecedented power. Bonds was awarded his fourth MVP of his career that year, and his 73 home runs became the benchmark for future sluggers. Over the following years, Bonds continued to dominate at the plate, although his achievements were clouded by growing suspicions of performance-enhancing drug use. Despite these controversies, Bonds remained a consistent and incredibly productive player for the Giants. He shattered numerous records, including becoming the first player in MLB history to hit 500 home runs and steal 500 bases. In 2007, Bonds achieved his crowning achievement when he hit his 756th career home run, surpassing Hank Aaron's record and solidifying his place in baseball history as the all-time leader in home runs. The milestone, however, was met with mixed reactions, as debates surrounding the use of performance-enhancing drugs overshadowed his accomplishment. Bonds continued to play for the Giants through the 2007 season, earning his final MVP award that year. Main achievements and legacy. Barry Bonds' career was filled with extraordinary individual achievements that established him as one of the most dominant players in the history of baseball. His legacy is marked by numerous records and accolades, including 762 career home runs, a record that stood as the all-time home run mark until Barry Bonds' controversial connection to steroid use became a focal point in the 2000s. 7 MVP awards, more than any other player in MLB history. 14 All-Star selections, underscoring his popularity and excellence over the course of his career. 8 Gold Glove awards, highlighting his elite defensive abilities in the outfield. 12 Silver Slugger awards, recognizing him as one of the top hitters in the National League year after year. 73 home runs in 2001, setting the single-season home run record at the time. 2,935 career hits, ranking him among the top 30 players in MLB history. 1,996 career RBIs, placing him among the all-time leaders in runs batted in. Bonds was the first player in MLB history to accumulate over 500 home runs and 500 stolen bases, an impressive and rare feat. Career on-base percentage of .444, which ranks among the best in MLB history. Bonds' ability to consistently perform at an elite level for nearly 2 decades is a testament to his unmatched work ethic and discipline. He redefined what it meant to be a power hitter, and his legacy has been immortalized through his statistical achievements, the final years, and retirement. As Bonds entered his late 30s and early 40s, his performance began to decline, and he was no longer the same player he was in his prime. Despite this, Bonds continued to be a key contributor for the San Francisco Giants. However, after the 2007 season, Bonds became a free agent and struggled to find a team willing to sign him, partially due to his declining performance and the steroid-related controversies that surrounded his name. In 2008, after being unable to find a new contract, Bonds officially became a free agent, and it was clear that his time in Major League Baseball had come to an end. After a legendary career, Bonds announced his retirement from baseball on January 11, 2008, officially ending his remarkable journey. Controversy and legacy. While Barry Bonds' career was marked by unparalleled success on the field, it was also marked by intense controversy surrounding his alleged use of performance-enhancing drugs. His home run record, which surpassed Hank Aaron's, was viewed by some as tainted due to his reported association with performance-enhancing drugs, particularly steroids. Bonds denied ever using steroids or any performance-enhancing substances, though his association with the Balco scandal in the early 2000s fueled the allegations. Despite these controversies, Bonds' numbers are undeniably among the most impressive in baseball history. His career accomplishments cannot be dismissed, but his legacy remains the subject of debate. Bonds was never elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame during his eligibility period, primarily due to the steroid controversy, though many consider him one of the most gifted and dominant players to ever play the game. Conclusion: Barry Bonds' career is a study in dominance, controversy, and lasting influence. His incredible statistics, which include a record-breaking number of home runs, MVPs, and other accolades, cement his place in the history of Major League Baseball. However, the debates surrounding his use of performance-enhancing drugs and his place in the Hall of Fame ensure that his legacy remains a complex one. Regardless of the controversies, there is no question that Barry Bonds' impact on the game of baseball was profound, and his status as one of the greatest players to ever step on the field is firmly entrenched in the annals of baseball history. Timo Boll was born on March 8, 1981, in Erbach, West Germany. Growing up in a family that appreciated sports, Boll developed an early passion for table tennis, a sport which would go on to define his career. His journey in table tennis began at the age of 4, when he was introduced to the sport by his parents, both of whom were recreational players. His natural curiosity, combined with a competitive spirit, led him to excel quickly in the sport. Boll showed an aptitude for precision and quick reflexes, essential qualities for a future top-tier player. Boll's early training in the sport was centered in Dusseldorf, where he joined local clubs. His early coaches quickly recognized his potential, with Boll making steady improvements year after year. By the time he was a teenager, his talent was already evident to national coaches. At 14, Boll was selected to train at the German National Training Center, where he would refine his skills under the tutelage of some of the best coaches in the country. Throughout his formative years, he was often compared to some of the world's leading table tennis players, as his skills, especially his ability to perform under pressure, continued to develop at an impressive rate. Rising through the ranks, the early professional years. Boll's professional career began when he debuted in the German Bundesliga at just 16 years old, a testament to his early maturity and exceptional skills. His first taste of success came in the late 1990s as he began winning national junior titles. In 1998, Boll won the German Junior Championship, and in 1999, he claimed his first German national championship title, cementing his place as one of Germany's rising stars. By the year 2000, Boll was making waves in the international circuit. He participated in his first World Table Tennis Championships, where he finished in the top 16, an impressive feat for someone so young. His consistency, combined with his remarkable technical abilities, allowed him to challenge more seasoned players. Despite facing stiff competition, Boll's performances began to earn him recognition as one of Europe's brightest talents. In 2001, he secured his first international medal at the European Championships, finishing with a bronze medal in men's singles. This success was pivotal, as it demonstrated that Boll could compete with the best in the world. His unique style of play, which featured exceptional footwork, spin, and control, became increasingly popular. Career peak: dominance in European and world table tennis. Boll's career reached its peak in the mid-2000s, as he established himself as one of the top table tennis players in the world. His rise to global prominence began in 2002, when he won his first European Table Tennis Championship title in Chester, England, in both the singles and team events. This victory marked the beginning of a remarkable streak in European table tennis. In the years that followed, Boll would go on to dominate the European Championships, securing several gold and silver medals in both singles and team events. However, it was in 2005 that Timo Boll achieved his career breakthrough. That year, he won the World Cup, a victory that made him the first non-Asian player to claim the prestigious title in nearly 50 years. This historic win propelled him to the top of the global rankings, and he quickly became one of the most recognizable faces in world table tennis. Boll's versatility, combined with his extraordinary consistency, made him a formidable opponent on the international circuit. In 2006, Boll won the World Team Table Tennis Championships, a member of the German national team, a key achievement in his career. The victory was significant not only because it showed his strength in team competitions, but also because it cemented Germany's position as one of the top table tennis nations in the world. Boll's peak years were also marked by numerous personal accomplishments. He won the World Cup again in 2008 and claimed his fourth European Championship title in 2009. In 2010, he clinched his second World Cup victory in Moscow, solidifying his reputation as one of the sport's greats. Throughout this period, Boll was widely regarded as one of the best all-round players, known for his combination of speed, spin, and tactical intelligence. During his peak, Boll had to contend with the rise of Chinese dominance in table tennis, with players like Ma Long, Zhang Jike, and Su Din becoming increasingly dominant. However, Boll's performances at major events, including the World Championships and Olympic Games, showed his resilience and ability to challenge the best players in the world. Main achievements: a legacy of excellence. Timo Boll's career has been defined by his incredible consistency, skill, and mental fortitude. His most notable achievements include World Championships, silver medal in men's singles at the 2005 World Table Tennis Championships in Shanghai, silver medal in men's doubles at the 2007 World Table Tennis Championships in Zagreb, European Championships. Multiple European Championship titles in both men's singles and team events, including 5 European singles titles 2002, 2005, 2007, 2009, 2011. Several European Team Championship gold medals, World Cup. 3 World Cup titles 2005, 2008, 2010, solidifying his place as a table tennis legend. Olympic Games. Olympic silver medal in men's team event at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Multiple top finishes in men's singles at the Olympic Games, including 4th place in 2012, ITTF World Tour. Consistent presence in the top rankings, with multiple ITTF World Tour titles and appearances in ITTF World Tour Grand Finals. Long-standing presence in the top 10 of the world rankings, with several years spent in the top 5. German National Championships, multiple German National Championship titles, establishing him as a dominant force in German table tennis. Bohl's most notable strength was his adaptability to different playing styles. He was one of the few non-Chinese players to consistently challenge Chinese players at the highest levels, maintaining his position as one of the top-ranked players in the world despite intense competition. Final years, transition and continued influence. As Timo Boll entered his 30s, he began to experience the physical toll of competing at the highest level. Although still a formidable opponent, his performance started to fluctuate, especially as younger players like Ma Long and Fan Zhendong rose through the ranks. Despite this, Boll's resilience and leadership within the German national team remained crucial to their success. By 2016, Timo Boll had begun to transition into the later years of his career, though he remained an influential player on the world stage. At the 2016 Rio Olympics, he reached the quarterfinals in men's singles, continuing to show that he could still compete with the best in the world. However, it was clear that the Chinese players had grown increasingly dominant, with Ma Long and Zhang Jia taking the top positions in international competitions. In 2018, Boll's continued success included a strong performance at the World Team Championships, where Germany earned a bronze medal. Boll also represented Germany in the 2018 World Cup but did not secure another title. By this time, his role had shifted to that of a mentor and team leader, helping the next generation of German players. Though Boll's focus in singles competitions had diminished, his impact on the sport of table tennis remained undeniable. He continued to compete in international events, representing Germany with distinction. Legacy and conclusion: a table tennis icon. Timo Boll's legacy as one of the greatest table tennis players of all time is firmly cemented. His achievements on the world stage, his role in shaping Germany's prominence in the sport, and his ability to compete at the highest levels over 2 decades make him a true icon of table tennis. Despite the rise of younger, more dominant players, Boll's contributions to the sport remain enduring. His technical ability, work ethic, and sportsmanship have inspired countless players around the world. As a symbol of determination and perseverance, Timo Boll's career serves as an inspiration to table tennis enthusiasts everywhere, and his legacy will be celebrated for generations to come. Chen Meng was born on January 15, 1994, in Anshan, a city in Liaoning Province, China. As a child, Chen was highly energetic and enjoyed sports, but it wasn't until the age of 5 that she was introduced to table tennis, a sport deeply embedded in Chinese culture. Her family, supportive of her athletic interests, enrolled her in a local table tennis training program where she quickly showed signs of exceptional talent. Even as a child, her agility, sharp reflexes, and natural hand-eye coordination set her apart from her peers. By 7 years old, Chen was already attending training camps with the Anshan table tennis team, where she was mentored by various coaches who recognized her potential. Her rapid improvement and unwavering dedication led to her being noticed by China's national team scouts at an early age. At just 9 years old, Chen Meng moved to Beijing to join the Chinese national table tennis team's elite youth training center. It was here that she began to refine her skills and embrace the rigorous training regimen required to succeed at the highest levels of the sport. Early success and rise through the ranks. Chen Meng's competitive debut came in 2007, when she began competing in youth tournaments and quickly proved herself to be a rising star. By 2010, she was participating in national competitions, dominating the junior ranks and winning numerous titles. Her performance in youth competitions was extraordinary, and her natural talent for the sport started to gain national attention. She was especially known for her aggressive playing style and formidable backhand loops, which became the hallmark of her playing technique. Chen's rapid rise through China's highly competitive table tennis system was a testament to her determination and work ethic. In 2011, she made her first appearance at an international tournament, the ITTF World Junior Table Tennis Championships, where she captured the gold medal in the women's singles event, solidifying her status as a future star in the sport. Chen's success at the junior level earned her a spot on the Chinese national team, where she began competing in senior international competitions. As a teenager, she quickly progressed through the ranks, gaining valuable experience in both the ITTF World Tour and Asian Table Tennis Championships. By 2014, Chen Meng had become a regular fixture in the top 10 of the world rankings, gaining attention for her maturity, mental strength, and ability to adapt to different playing styles. She developed into one of the most consistent players on the international scene, becoming a key player for China's national team. Career peak. Dominating the world stage. Chen Meng's career peak came in the late 2010s, when she solidified her position as one of the most dominant figures in women's table tennis. Her powerful performances at the 2015 World Championships and 2016 World Cup put her firmly on the map, but it was in 2017 that Chen's career truly reached new heights. At the 2017 World Championships in Dusseldorf, Germany, she emerged as the women's singles champion, claiming her first major world title in a thrilling victory. Her victory was historic, as it confirmed her rise to the pinnacle of the sport and her place among the world's best. Following her success in 2017, Chen Meng went on to win several major titles, including the 2018 Asian Games, where she captured the gold medal in the women's singles event, further cementing her status as a top competitor. In the 2019 World Cup, she took home another gold medal, triumphing in the women's singles competition with an impressive and dominating performance. Her achievements were not only limited to singles, as she also earned multiple doubles and team medals with her Chinese teammates, showcasing her versatility and ability to compete at the highest level in multiple formats. Chen Meng's style of play, characterized by precise looping strokes, quick footwork, and the ability to read her opponent's game, became increasingly dominant in the women's singles field. Her aggressive yet controlled style allowed her to consistently overpower opponents, and her consistency in performance ensured that she remained a top contender in every tournament she entered. By 2020, Chen had firmly established herself as the world #1 ranked player in women's table tennis, a position she held for several years, solidifying her place as the sport's premier player. In addition to her singles dominance, Chen was an integral part of the Chinese women's team, helping secure numerous team gold medals at the World Team Championships and the Asian Games. Her contributions to China's table tennis legacy were undeniable, as she continued to uphold the nation's supremacy in the sport. As one of the most successful players of her generation, Chen Meng's name became synonymous with excellence in women's table tennis. Main achievements: a legacy of dominance. Chen Meng's career is marked by numerous accolades and accomplishments that reflect her skill, dedication, and competitive spirit. Some of her most notable achievements include ITTF World Championships, gold medal in women's singles 2017, gold medal in women's doubles 2019, silver medal in women's singles 2015, Asian Games, gold medal in women's singles 2018, gold medal in women's team 2018, ITTF World Cup. Gold medal in women's singles 2019. Bronze medal in women's singles 2018. Olympic Games. Gold medal in women's team 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Silver medal in women's singles 2020 Tokyo Olympics. ITTF World Tour. Numerous titles and top finishes in both singles and doubles events. Chen Meng has been a dominant force on the ITTF World Tour, winning numerous titles across singles, doubles, and team events. Her consistency and unmatched skill in international competitions have earned her a reputation as one of the greatest table tennis players of all time. Her Olympic performance in 2020, which included a silver medal in singles and a gold medal in the team event, was another high point in her illustrious career, and her dominance at major tournaments has made her one of the most decorated players in the history of the sport. Final years and future outlook. By the end of the 2020s, Chen Meng had firmly established herself as one of the most dominant athletes in women's table tennis. Her rivalry with other top players, such as Mima Ito of Japan and Ding Ning of China, remained a key storyline in the sport, but Chen's unrivaled consistency and focus allowed her to remain at the top of her game. Despite the emergence of new talent, including younger Chinese players like Sun Yingxia, Chen Meng's leadership and experience continued to make her a critical figure on China's national team. Looking ahead, Chen Meng's future in the sport remains promising. While she is in the later stages of her career, she has shown no signs of slowing down. As a player with unparalleled technical ability, mental fortitude, and leadership skills, Chen is likely to continue competing at the highest level for several more years. Whether in singles, doubles, or team events, her contributions to the sport are likely to inspire future generations of table tennis players worldwide. Beyond her playing career, Chen Meng has the potential to transition into other roles, such as coaching or mentoring younger players, using her expertise to shape the future of table tennis. For now, however, Chen Meng's legacy as one of the sport's greatest female players remains firmly intact. Her accomplishments, both on the international stage and in the hearts of her fans, have secured her place a true legend in the world of table tennis. Willie Howard Mays was born on May 6, 1931, in Westfield, Alabama, to Annie Satterwhite and Willie Mays Sr. Growing up in the segregated South, Mays faced early challenges, but his natural athleticism was apparent from a young age. His family moved to Trenton, New Jersey, when Mays was still a child, where his father worked as a laborer and his mother was a school teacher. As a youngster, Mays was introduced to baseball by his father, who was a talented baseball player in his own right. Willie's love for the game developed early, and he spent countless hours practicing with his father and on the local sandlots, eventually becoming a standout in high school sports. Mays's immense talent in multiple sports, including baseball, basketball, and football, made him a highly sought-after prospect in his youth. However, baseball was always his first love. At the age of 17, after excelling in high school baseball, Mays was scouted by the Birmingham Black Barons, a team in the Negro Leagues. In 1948, Mays joined the Black Barons and played for them at just 16 years old. His performances in the Negro Leagues soon caught the eye of Major League scouts, and in 1950, the New York Giants signed him to a contract, minor leagues, and early career. Before making his debut with the Giants, Mays spent a season playing for the Minneapolis Millers in the American Association, a top minor league team. His time in the minor leagues was brief but impactful. Mays was already showing signs of the brilliance that would define his major league career, an exceptional blend of speed, power, and fielding ability. His performance with the Millers included hitting .353 and showing his remarkable power potential, which helped secure his call-up to the major leagues in 1951. Mays made his major league debut with the New York Giants on July 25, 1951, against the Philadelphia Phillies. At just 20 years old, he made an immediate impact by collecting a hit in his first game. Mays's dazzling speed and fielding ability were evident from the start, and it was clear that the Giants had a future star on their hands. His rookie season would culminate in a .7 for batting average with 20 home runs and 68 RBIs in only 121 games. He finished second in the National League Rookie of the Year voting, behind only Roy Campanella, but it was clear that Mays was already a force to be reckoned with in the league. Career peak. Dominating the major leagues. The 1950s and 1960s marked the pinnacle of Willie Mays' career. His combination of power, speed, and defensive prowess made him one of the most complete players the game had ever seen. Mays' ability to impact the game on both offense and defense set him apart from other players, and he quickly became a leader for the New York Giants. Mays' peak years began in earnest in 1954, when he won his first National League Most Valuable Player MVP award. During that season, Mays hit .3 for 5, belted 41 home runs, and drove in 110 RBIs, leading the Giants to the National League pennant and the World Series. Mays' World Series performance helped solidify his place in baseball history, and it included one of the most iconic moments in baseball, the catch in Game 1 of the 1954 World Series. Mays made an incredible over-the-shoulder catch at the warning track to rob Vic Wertz of a potential home run. The catch not only saved a run, but also became one of the most enduring images in the history of the sport. Throughout the 1950s and 1960s, Mays continued to dominate. His combination of power and speed made him a dual threat. He finished with 20 or more home runs in 16 seasons, while also stealing 330 bases over the course of his career. Mays' 1955 season was another standout, with 51 home runs and 127 RBIs, showcasing his ability to hit for both average and power. Mays was a 19-time All-Star, and his consistent excellence on the field kept him at the forefront of the game for nearly 2 decades. Main achievements. Over the course of his illustrious career, Willie Mays achieved numerous milestones that cemented his legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of baseball. Some of his most notable achievements include 660 career home runs, which ranked him among the all-time leaders in the category at the time of his retirement. 12 Gold Glove awards, an incredible testament to his defensive prowess as a center fielder. 2 National League MVP awards 1954, 1965, underlining his value to his teams and his status as one of the best players in the league. 24 All-Star selections, a record that demonstrates his sustained excellence and popularity throughout his career. 2 World Series championships 1954, 1962, where Mays played pivotal roles in his team's success. 300 to career batting average, a remarkable feat for a player who was known as much for his power as his ability to make contact. 1,903 RBIs and 338 stolen bases, further showcasing his all-around game and his contributions to his team's offense. The only player to hit 300 home runs and steal 300 bases over the course of his career. He was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in 1979 in his first year of eligibility. The move to San Francisco and later years. In 1958, Mays' career took another significant turn when the New York Giants moved to San Francisco. The move to the West Coast was a fresh start for both Mays and the Giants, and Mays continued to perform at a high level for the newly minted San Francisco Giants. The next several years were filled with continued success and more memorable moments, as Mays helped lead the Giants to several pennants and playoff appearances. Mays' career reached a new level of prominence in the 1960s, particularly in 1965, when he won his second National League MVP award. In this season, Mays hit .317 with 50 home runs and 112 RBIs, once again demonstrating his all-around game. His performances were critical to the Giants' success, as he remained the cornerstone of the team throughout the decade. In 1972, after 21 seasons with the Giants, Mays was traded to the New York Mets, where he spent the final years of his career. Although Mays' time with the Mets was limited, he still played a key role in the Mets' postseason push in 1973. By this time, Mays was in his early 40s, and while he was no longer the dominant force of his youth, his baseball intellect and leadership remained invaluable. Final years and retirement. Mays retired from baseball after the 1973 season, bringing an end to a career that had spanned more than 2 decades. At the time of his retirement, Mays was widely regarded as one of the greatest players ever to step on the field. His 660 home runs, 12 Gold Gloves, and all-around game made him a baseball legend. Upon retiring, Mays remained involved in baseball, a mentor, coach, and ambassador for the game. In 1979, Mays was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players of all time. His election was a tribute to his brilliance, not just as a hitter, but also as a defender, base runner, and leader. Mays' influence extended beyond the baseball diamond. He became a beloved figure in both the New York and San Francisco communities, and his contributions to baseball were celebrated by fans and fellow athletes alike. His impact on the game of baseball is still felt today, as Mays remains an enduring symbol of excellence and sportsmanship. Legacy. Willie Mays' name is synonymous with greatness in the game of baseball. His legacy is that of a player who could do everything on the field: hit for power, hit for average, field with grace, and run the bases with speed. Mays' talent and leadership transformed the sport and made him a role model for generations of players who followed him. He is remembered as one of the best all-around players in baseball history, and his impact on the game cannot be overstated. Willie Mays is not just a Hall of Famer, he is a symbol of baseball itself. His legacy continues to inspire athletes and fans alike, and he remains one of the most celebrated players to ever play the game. Liu Shiwen was born on January 12, 1991, in Anshan, Liaoning Province, China. From a young age, she showed a natural talent for sports, and like many of China's elite table tennis players, Liu was introduced to the sport at a very young age. Encouraged by her parents, who recognized her potential, Liu started training in table tennis at the age of 5. As part of China's structured sports development program, she was enrolled in a local sports school, where she honed her skills and learned the fundamentals of the game. At first, Liu's journey in the sport was not without its challenges. Her training was demanding, with long hours dedicated to improving her technique, footwork, and mental resilience. However, her natural talent and determination soon paid off, as she began to stand out among her peers in the national system. At the age of 10, Liu was already competing at a provincial level, and by 13, she had caught the attention of national coaches. Her unique combination of agility, quick reflexes, and mental focus set her apart from other players, and she quickly became one of China's most promising young players. In 2005, Liu's breakthrough came when she won the Chinese National Junior Table Tennis Championships, marking the start of her rise to the top of the sport. Her skill, combined with the intensity of China's table tennis system, propelled her to national prominence, and she was selected to join the Chinese national table tennis team at the age of 16. This marked a pivotal moment in her career as she entered the national team, competing with some of the best players in the world. Career breakthrough. A rising star. Liu Shiwen's rise to international recognition began in 2007, when she made her mark at the ITTF World Tour. At just 16 years old, she claimed her first ITTF World Tour title, signaling her potential as a future star. Over the next few years, Liu consistently proved herself in international competitions, earning medals and improving her global ranking. She gained a reputation for her aggressive playing style, especially her powerful forehand and quick footwork, which allowed her to dominate her opponents. In 2008, Liu was selected to represent China in the World Team Table Tennis Championships in Gyeonggi, Sweden, where she helped the Chinese team win the gold medal. It was during this time that she caught the attention of the global table tennis community, with her exceptional ability to execute precise shots under pressure. This was the beginning of her career peak, as Liu began to develop a reputation as one of the fastest and most technically proficient players in the world. By 2009, Liu Shiwen was firmly established as a top player in the international table tennis circuit. At just 18 years old, she became the youngest ever winner of the prestigious ITTF World Tour Grand Finals in women's singles. Her victory in the 2009 Grand Finals was a clear indication of her ability to compete at the highest levels of the sport, and it set the stage for a series of incredible achievements in the years that followed. In 2010, Liu Shiwen's dominance continued as she captured multiple international titles, including the Asian Cup and the World Cup, further solidifying her place as one of China's top table tennis players. Her victories, along with her exceptional consistency, were key factors that contributed to her rapid rise in the international rankings. By the end of 2010, Liu Shiwen had firmly positioned herself as a force to be reckoned with, and she was widely regarded as one of the sport's emerging stars. Career peak: dominance on the world stage. The period from 2011 to 2016 marked the peak of Liu Shiwen's career. During these years, she firmly established herself as one of the most dominant female players in table tennis history, earning numerous titles and breaking records along the way. Her performance in major international competitions during this period is a testament to her exceptional skill and consistency. In 2011, Liu won her first World Table Tennis Championship title in singles in Rotterdam, Netherlands. This victory was a defining moment in her career, as she defeated her teammate, Li Zhaoyou, in the final to claim her first individual World Championship gold medal. Liu's victory in the World Championships solidified her reputation as one of the best in the world, and she followed up this success with several more wins on the ITTF World Tour. One of the most significant milestones in Liu Shiwen's career came in 2013, when she won the World Cup for the second time in her career. In 2014, Liu's dominance continued as she won her second Asian Games gold medal in Incheon, South Korea, helping her team secure victory in the women's team event. Liu was also a part of the Chinese national team that won multiple gold medals in the World Team Championships, further solidifying her standing as one of the top players in the world. Throughout her career, Liu Shiwen's playing style was defined by her quick, aggressive style of play, relying on powerful forehand loops, a high-speed backhand, and quick reflexes to dictate the tempo of her matches. Her consistency, mental toughness, and ability to perform in high-pressure situations earned her a reputation as one of the most formidable players in the sport. Her remarkable rise was underscored by a series of high-profile wins, including the 2014 World Cup title and the 2015 ITTF World Tour Grand Finals victory. In 2016, Liu was part of the Chinese team that secured gold in the women's team event at the Rio Olympics, continuing China's dominance in table tennis. However, despite her success in the team event, Liu was narrowly defeated in the women's singles competition by her teammate Ding Ning, who eventually won the gold. Nonetheless, Liu's performance in the team event solidified her place as one of the key players in the Chinese table tennis team. Main achievements: a legacy of excellence. Liu Shiwen's career is marked by numerous achievements that have earned her a place among the most successful table tennis players of all time. Some of her main achievements include Olympic Games, gold medal in women's team event at the 2016 Rio Olympics, consistently a top contender in Olympic singles, finishing as a finalist in the 2016 Olympics. World Championships, gold medal in women's singles at the 2011 World Table Tennis Championships. Multiple gold medals in the women's team event at the World Table Tennis Championships, World Cup. To World Cup titles in 2010 and 2013, solidifying her dominance in the sport. Asian Games, gold medals in the women's team event at the 2014 Asian Games. Multiple individual medals at the Asian Championships and Asian Cups. ITTF World Tour. Numerous ITTF World Tour titles, including the ITTF World Tour Grand Finals in 2009 and 2014. Ranked World No. 1 in women's singles for extended periods, demonstrating her consistency and dominance. Records: youngest ever winner of the ITTF World Tour Grand Finals at 18 years old. One of the most consistent players in the history of the ITTF World Tour. Final years, transition and continuing impact. Liu Shiwen's career entered a new phase after 2016 as she faced increased competition from younger players within the Chinese team, including Chen Meng and Wang Manyu. Despite this, Liu remained a key member of the Chinese team, contributing to several team victories and continuing to play at the highest level of competition. In recent years, Liu's career has been marked by a shift in focus toward the team events, where she continued to thrive, and she has remained a key player for China in international competitions. As of 2020, Liu has continued to compete in major international events, although her individual performances have seen fluctuations as newer players rise within the ranks. Although Liu's focus on singles has diminished somewhat, her influence on the game remains profound. Her achievements in the sport have set new standards for excellence, and she is still regarded as one of the greatest female table tennis players in history. Conclusion: a living legend of table tennis. Liu Shiwen's career has been defined by her exceptional talent, relentless work ethic, and numerous achievements in table tennis. From her breakthrough as a young prodigy to her reign as one of the top-ranked players in the world, Liu has consistently demonstrated her mastery of the sport. As she continues her journey, Liu's impact on the sport is undeniable, and her legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of table tennis is secure. Mima Ito was born on October 21, 2000, in Izumi, Osaka, Japan. From a young age, it was evident that she was destined for greatness in the sport of table tennis. Mima's father, Shigeo Ito, was a recreational player, and her mother, Keiko, supported her interest in sports. It was her father who first introduced Mima to table tennis at the tender age of 3, and it wasn't long before her exceptional talent began to emerge. Mima's rapid progression in the sport was nothing short of remarkable, with her natural reflexes, hand-eye coordination, and focus setting her apart from her peers. At just 5 years old, Mima began training seriously under the guidance of renowned table tennis coach Tetsuya Kato, who would play a significant role in her development. Kato recognized Mima's incredible potential early on and helped her hone her skills to become a world-class player. Mima's early success was marked by victories in local competitions, and by the time she was 7 years old, she began winning national junior tournaments. Her relentless pursuit of excellence saw her rise through the ranks of the Japanese table tennis circuit, where she was quickly gaining recognition. Her playing style was defined by her exceptional speed, aggressive offensive play, and powerful counter-hitting. Her rapid footwork, ability to generate spin, and fearless approach to matches made her stand out. Even at a young age, Mima was known for her natural ability to adapt to various styles of play, and her aggressive backhand was often a defining feature of her technique. The rise to prominence, breaking records, and winning national titles. Mima Ito's early achievements were a clear sign that she had the potential to be one of the best players in the world. At the age of 13, she made her first big international appearance when she participated in the 2014 World Table Tennis Championships in Tokyo, where she won a bronze medal in the women's singles event. This achievement was groundbreaking, as Mima became the youngest ever player to win a medal at a world championship, marking the start of a series of accolades that would define her career. In 2015, Mima made a significant impact on the table tennis world by winning her first major International Table Tennis Federation ITTF World Tour title in Halmstad, Sweden. The victory at such a young age signified her entry into the international spotlight, and she soon became one of the top players in women's table tennis. Mima's early successes were further amplified when she secured a gold medal at the Asian Table Tennis Championships in 2016, establishing herself as one of the top-ranked players in the world. By 2017, Mima Ito was widely regarded as one of the brightest talents in the sport. She earned a silver medal at the World Table Tennis Championships in Dusseldorf, losing narrowly to China's Ding Ning in the final. This marked her emergence, one of the top contenders in women's table tennis globally. Her rapid rise in the rankings was underscored by her ability to outplay established stars and her relentless drive to push her boundaries. With her combination of raw talent and technical expertise, she had all the hallmarks of a future world champion. Career peak, dominating the world stage. Mima Ito's peak years came in the late 2010s and early 2020s, during which she solidified her reputation as one of the most dominant players in women's table tennis. In 2018, Mima reached the pinnacle of her career by securing the ITTF World Cup title, defeating a tough field of international competitors, including players from China and Germany. The victory was symbolic of her rise to the top of the table tennis world. Ito's fast-paced and relentless style of play, which combined precision, speed, and power, allowed her to become a formidable opponent to even the best players in the world. 2019 proved to be another milestone year for Mima. She reached the finals of the World Table Tennis Championships once again, and though she was defeated by China's Liu Shiwen, her performance continued to impress the table tennis community. Her rise to prominence was further highlighted by her victory at the ITTF Women's World Cup in 2019, where she beat Chen Meng in a dramatic final, cementing her place one of the top-ranked women's players in the world. In the same year, Mima Ito and her teammate Miu Hirano claimed gold in the Asian Table Tennis Championships in the women's doubles event, showcasing her versatility and team spirit. This victory marked her growing success on the international stage, as she continued to prove herself as a force to be reckoned with in both singles and doubles competitions. Throughout her peak years, Ito's intense rivalry with Chinese players like Ding Ning, Liu Shiwen, Chen Meng, and Sun Yingxia elevated her career. Mima's relentless determination to challenge China's dominance in the sport became a defining feature of her career. Despite China's overwhelming presence in table tennis, Mima was among the few who consistently challenged their supremacy. Her agility, sharp tactical mind, and powerful strokes made her a dangerous opponent in any match. Main achievements: breaking barriers and shaping the future. Mima Ito's list of accomplishments is long and impressive, making her one of the most successful players in table tennis history. Her major achievements include ITTF World Cup, winner in 2018, 2019, and 2020, multiple finals and semifinal appearances at the World Cup, World Table Tennis Championships, silver medal in 2017 and 2019 in women's singles, bronze medal in 2015, Asian Table Tennis Championships, gold medal in 2016 in women's singles, gold in women's doubles 2019, ITTF World Tour, multiple World Tour titles, with numerous titles in Europe and Asia, Olympics, Olympic gold in mixed doubles at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics alongside Jun Mizutani, Olympic bronze in the women's team event at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. International recognition. Mima Ito's performance has earned her several accolades, including being named ITTF Female Player of the Year in 2020. Her dominance on the world stage has seen her consistently ranked in the top 5 globally. Final years, continued excellence and transition to leadership. As Mima Ito approaches the later stages of her career, she continues to maintain her place as one of the top players in the world. Though the table tennis landscape is shifting with the rise of new talents, Ito remains a prominent figure, representing Japan on the global stage. In the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, Ito's incredible form continued, as she won gold in mixed doubles with Jun Mizutani, while also securing bronze in the women's team event. These achievements were particularly significant as they came after a long delay caused by the pandemic. In recent years, Ito has faced stiff competition from the younger generation of Chinese players, such as Chen Meng and Sun Yingxia. However, Mima's work ethic, mental fortitude, and ability to stay competitive against the best players in the world keep her relevant in the sport. Though still active in international competitions, Mima has begun to take on a more leadership-oriented role in the Japanese national table tennis team, offering her expertise and guidance to rising stars. She has become a mentor for many younger players, helping to further the growth of table tennis in Japan and inspiring the next generation. Legacy and conclusion: a trailblazer for women in table tennis. Mima Ito's journey from a young table tennis prodigy to one of the greatest players in the world has been nothing short of remarkable. She has not only broken records, but has also played a pivotal role in challenging the dominance of China in the sport. As one of the most skilled and mentally tough athletes in table tennis, Mima has redefined what it means to be a champion in the sport. Her legacy will be remembered not only for her individual victories, but for her significant contribution to the development of women's table tennis. Through her powerful performances, she has inspired countless young players, particularly women, to pursue excellence in the sport. Whether as a player or a mentor, Mima Ito's impact on the table tennis world is immeasurable, and her career will be celebrated for years to come. Kasumi Ishikawa was born on February 23, 1993, in Yokohama, Japan. From a young age, Ishikawa was introduced to the world of sports, with her parents encouraging her to pursue various physical activities. However, it was her interest in table tennis that ultimately captured her heart. Growing up in a family where sports were valued, Ishikawa's exposure to table tennis began when she was just 5 years old. Encouraged by her father, who was an avid fan of the sport, Ishikawa's early talent for table tennis quickly became evident. By the age of 8, she was enrolled in a local table tennis club where she began honing her skills under the guidance of her first coach, Yoshihisa Baba. Her rapid progression and natural aptitude for the sport marked her as a future star in Japan's highly competitive table tennis scene. Kasumi was a prodigy. Her quick reflexes, sharp technical skills, and mental composure allowed her to outplay many of her peers, even at such a young age. At age 10, Ishikawa started competing in local competitions, showcasing her excellent technique and tactical understanding of the game. It wasn't long before she began dominating at the junior level, making a name for herself within Japan's youth table tennis circles. Her early success led to a steady rise through the ranks, as she made her debut in national championships in 2005, where she first demonstrated her potential to be a force in international table tennis. Breakthrough. Rising through the ranks, Kasumi Ishikawa's breakthrough came at the age of 14, when she participated in the 2007 World Table Tennis Championships in Zagreb, Croatia. She was already making waves in the national scene, but her performance on the international stage marked the beginning of her rise to prominence. Ishikawa competed fiercely in the women's singles event, advancing further than many expected and gaining attention for her strong offensive style and versatility. In 2008, Ishikawa won the Japan National Table Tennis Championships for the first time at the age of 15, establishing herself as a dominant figure in the country's table tennis scene. Her victory was groundbreaking as she became one of the youngest ever players to claim the title. This victory catapulted her into the international spotlight, and it wasn't long before she started gaining recognition on the world tour. Ishikawa continued to perform well in various tournaments, including the Asian Table Tennis Championships, where she captured multiple titles in the singles and doubles categories. Her aggressive playing style, characterized by a balanced mix of forehand and backhand loops, quick footwork, and consistent serves, made her a formidable competitor. Unlike many players who relied heavily on counter-hitting or defense, Ishikawa's offensive approach allowed her to set the pace of the match, giving her a distinctive edge over her opponents. As her career continued to flourish, she garnered support from fans and coaches who admired her fierce determination and sportsmanship. Career peak. Dominating the international scene. Ishikawa's career peak came in the years following her emergence on the international stage. By 2010, she was a consistent presence in the ITTF World Tour, and her performances at key events began to solidify her position among the world's elite players. Her 2010 Asian Games experience was a turning point, as she helped lead Japan's women's team to a bronze medal, proving her ability to perform under pressure in high-stakes situations. However, it was at the 2012 London Olympics where Kasumi Ishikawa truly made her mark. Competing in the women's singles and women's team events, she helped Japan achieve a silver medal in the women's team competition alongside Fukuhara and Sayaka Hirano, becoming one of the standout figures of the Games. In the singles event, she advanced to the quarterfinals, showing her resilience and ability to challenge top players in the world, including Li Xiao and Ding Ning from China. Though she didn't secure an individual medal, her strong performance earned her recognition on the global stage. The year 2014 was another significant milestone for Ishikawa. At the World Team Table Tennis Championships in Tokyo, she helped Japan secure the silver medal, reaffirming her status as one of the world's best. In 2015, she continued to shine in the ITTF World Tour, earning multiple titles, including in singles and doubles events. Her consistent success in international tournaments made her a top contender for the World Cup and World Championship events, with her world ranking steadily rising. In 2016, Kasumi Ishikawa went on to participate in the Rio Olympics, where she once again represented Japan in the women's team and women's singles events. In the team event, Japan was able to secure a bronze medal, with Ishikawa playing a pivotal role in the success. In the singles event, she made it to the quarterfinals, where she was narrowly defeated by Ding Ning, one of China's premier players. Despite the disappointment of falling short of a medal in singles, Ishikawa's contribution to the team's success at the 2016 Rio Olympics further solidified her legacy as one of Japan's top table tennis players. By this time, Ishikawa had become a fan favorite, admired not just for her prowess on the table, but for her poised and respectful demeanor. Her technical versatility, physical fitness, and ability to adjust her tactics to counter different styles made her an incredibly difficult player to beat. She continued to challenge China's dominance in women's table tennis, consistently placing high in global rankings and holding her ground against world-class opponents. Main achievements, accolades, and recognition. Kasumi Ishikawa's career is decorated with numerous accolades and accomplishments, including Olympic medals, silver medal in women's team at the 2012 London Olympics, bronze medal in women's team at the 2016 Rio Olympics, World Championships, silver medal in women's singles at the 2014 World Championships, bronze medal in women's singles at the 2017 World Championships, silver medal in women's team at the 2014 World Championships, Asian Games, bronze medal in women's team at the 2010 Asian Games, gold medal in women's doubles at the 2014 Asian Games, silver medal in women's singles at the 2014 Asian Games, ITTF World Tour, multiple World Tour titles in both singles and doubles events, World Cup, bronze medal at the 2016 ITTF Women's World Cup, domestic achievements, multiple Japan National Championships victories, cementing her as one of the country's most decorated table tennis players. Ishikawa's numerous achievements have placed her among the most successful table tennis players in Japanese history and in women's table tennis globally. Her consistency in high-stakes events and her ability to compete against some of the best players in the world has earned her both national and international acclaim. Final years and future outlook. As of the late 2020s, Kasumi Ishikawa remains an influential figure in table tennis, though younger players have emerged, such as Mima Ito and Hitomi Sato. Ishikawa's experience and leadership continue to make her a valuable asset to Japan's national team. She participated in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where Japan's women's team earned another bronze medal. However, despite the team's success, Ishikawa has faced increased competition as newer generations of players come to the forefront. In the next phase of her career, Ishikawa has shown no signs of slowing down. Her experience and tactical understanding of the game continue to be crucial assets as she mentors younger players and helps elevate Japan's table tennis program. While her singles rankings may have fluctuated, her reputation as one of Japan's finest players remains intact. Ishikawa's legacy extends beyond her victories and accolades. She is widely regarded as a role model for young players, especially women, demonstrating that with hard work, dedication, and resilience, greatness is attainable. As she transitions into the latter stages of her career, Ishikawa will continue to leave a lasting impact on both Japanese and international table tennis. Henry Louis Aaron, better known as Hank Aaron, was born on February 5, 1934, in Mobile, Alabama, to Esther Aaron and Herbert Aaron, raised in a time when segregation and racial inequality were rampant in the United States. Aaron faced challenges from the very beginning of his life. Despite these difficulties, he showed an early interest in baseball, playing the game with local youth teams. His natural talent as a hitter and athlete was evident, and he honed his skills by playing baseball with friends in the streets of Mobile. Aaron's family, though financially struggling, was supportive of his pursuit of a baseball career. While growing up, he idolized the legends of the game, including Jackie Robinson, who broke the color barrier in Major League Baseball in 1947. Inspired by Robinson's courage and skill, Aaron became determined to follow in his footsteps and make it to the major leagues. Aaron's baseball career began in 1949 when he signed with the Indianapolis Clowns of the Negro American League. His time in the Negro Leagues was brief but impactful. Aaron's natural ability to hit for average and power quickly stood out, and his performance caught the attention of scouts from major league teams. In 1952, Aaron's talents led him to a minor league contract with the Boston Braves, a team that would eventually become the Atlanta Braves. Minor leagues and early major league career. Hank Aaron's first full season in professional baseball came in 1952 when he played for the Braves' minor league affiliate in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. His batting average was impressive, and his power began to develop. In his first year of professional baseball, Aaron showed his potential by hitting .336 with 20 home runs in Eau Claire, which earned him a call-up to the major leagues. Aaron made his debut with the Boston Braves on April 13, 1954, at the age of 20. His arrival to the major leagues was a significant moment, both for him personally and for baseball as a whole. Aaron's early seasons in the majors were a testament to his immense talent, as he showcased both his batting prowess and his defensive abilities as an outfielder. In his first season with the Braves, Aaron finished with a .80 batting average, 13 home runs, and 69 RBIs. Though Aaron faced challenges as one of the few African American players in the league, he quickly established himself as a rising star. His consistency and ability to produce offensively stood out in the National League, and his bat caught the attention of fans and baseball pundits alike. Over the next several seasons, Aaron began to develop a reputation as a reliable hitter and an emerging power threat. Career peak: dominating the major leagues. The 1960s marked the peak of Hank Aaron's career, as he became one of the most dominant hitters in baseball history. His combination of power, consistency, and defensive ability made him one of the most feared players of his era. In the 1960s, Aaron established himself as the face of the Atlanta Braves franchise, which had moved to Milwaukee and then Atlanta during the early part of his career. In 1963, Aaron won his first National League Most Valuable Player MVP award, capping off a season which he hit .319 with 44 home runs and 132 RBIs. This season marked the beginning of an era in which Aaron would be a fixture at the top of the National League leaderboards in several offensive categories, including home runs, RBIs, and batting average. In 1965, Aaron hit a career-high 44 home runs, marking the second consecutive season in which he had hit over 40 home runs. Aaron's power continued to grow over the following seasons, and by 1966, he was becoming known as one of the premier power hitters of all time. In that season, he finished with 44 home runs, 132 RBIs, and a .298 batting average, solidifying his reputation as one of baseball's most consistent and dangerous hitters. Main achievements. Throughout his illustrious career, Hank Aaron reached several milestones that cemented his status as one of the greatest players in baseball history. His achievements were not limited to just his power at the plate. Aaron was also known for his remarkable consistency, ability to hit for average, and outstanding performance in clutch situations. Some of his most notable achievements include 755 career home runs, a record that stood for more than 3 decades before being surpassed by Barry Bonds in 2007. At the time, Aaron's home run record was seen as one of the most unbreakable records in baseball history. 2,297 RBIs, the most in Major League Baseball history, a testament to his ability to drive in runs and consistently produce for his team. 3,771 career hits, which ranked him among the all-time leaders in the category and underscored his ability to consistently make contact with the ball. 25 All-Star selections, an impressive record that attests to Aaron's status as one of the most popular and respected players of his era. Golden Glove Award for his stellar defensive play in right field, showcasing his all-around ability to contribute to his team in both offensive and defensive capacities. The 1957 National League MVP Award, where he led the Braves to the World Series and delivered a clutch performance throughout the season. Aaron is one of only a few players in MLB history to hit 300 home runs and 300 stolen bases, showcasing his versatility as both a power hitter and a dynamic base runner. The 1970s, home run chase and breaking the record. In the early 1970s, Hank Aaron began to inch closer to breaking Babe Ruth's legendary career home run record of 714. While Aaron had already established himself as one of the greatest players of all time, breaking Ruth's record became a personal goal and a defining moment in his career. Throughout the 1970s, Aaron's offensive output remained impressive, and he steadily closed in on Ruth's historic milestone. On April 8, 1974, in front of a record crowd at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, Hank Aaron hit his 715th career home run, surpassing Ruth's long-standing record. The home run was a historic moment, not only for Aaron, but for baseball itself, as it marked the passing of the torch from one legend to another. Aaron's achievement was celebrated as a triumph for African American athletes and a symbol of perseverance and excellence in the face of adversity. Aaron would continue to play for several more years, adding to his record and cementing his legacy as one of the game's greatest hitters. In 1976, he hit his final career home run, bringing his total to 755. He retired after the 1976 season, leaving behind a career that was marked by consistency, greatness, and an unrelenting drive to be the best. Final years and legacy. After retiring from baseball in 1976, Hank Aaron remained involved in the game, serving as a mentor, executive, and advocate for the sport. He became an influential figure off the field, working to increase racial equality in sports and advocating for the advancement of African American athletes. He was involved with the Atlanta Braves as a front office executive and played a role in promoting the game at all levels. In 1982, Hank Aaron was inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of the game. Aaron's induction was a fitting tribute to his long and storied career, and his impact on the game continues to be felt by fans and players alike. Aaron remained active throughout his later years, engaging in charitable work and using his platform to advocate for social justice causes. He became a revered figure, not just for his on-field accomplishments, but for his character, resilience, and contributions to the advancement of civil rights in America. Hank Aaron's legacy. Hank Aaron is widely regarded as one of the greatest baseball players of all time. His combination of power, consistency, and leadership on and off the field has left an indelible mark on the game. Aaron's 755 home runs, 2,297 RBIs, and 3,771 hits remain among the most impressive achievements in baseball history. His legacy as a barrier-breaking African-American athlete who overcame adversity and excelled at the highest level continues to inspire new generations of players. Aaron passed away on January 22, 2021, at the age of 86, leaving behind a legacy of excellence and integrity that transcended baseball. His contributions to the game, to civil rights, and to society will never be forgotten. Hank Aaron's impact on baseball immeasurable, and his place in the history of the sport is forever secure.